take your brand to the blockchain. I deliberately did that because the fact that I think blockchain is going to be such a buzzword here soon. And people are going to want to know, how do I get on the blockchain? So take your brand to the blockchain, tell them exactly what I want them.
That's good.
And then LinkBSV is also like, we're linking, and I think BSV is going to be a huge buzzword too, not just Bitcoin, but specifically BSV. So LinkBSV was a big thing, and then we can incorporate the tree on there. And it's like, who said money doesn't grow on trees? I can monetize your whole tree from things like Tonic Pal and your referral links. You're off to the races with the fastest horse in the race, and you're making money with every click. It's like genius, and it's amazing. And you have no customer management. I want to stress that I like, as a marketer, I love that fact, because I don't have to email my list. I don't have to do podcasts every day. I don't have to do any of that stuff. After onboarding 50,000, 100,000 people to Twitch and Relayx, I'm good. I'm retired.
All right, welcome everyone to another video. It's been a little while that I did this. It's been a while that I did a video. You know, I was busy and so on. So now I'm glad today to have Casey Hamilton with me. So first of all, thanks for you know, accepting my invitation and coming on the show. She's got a lot of great stuff coming up. She told me in the pre-video. So yeah, talk about a bit about yourself, Casey.
Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm really excited to be here. And yeah, I just am working in this space, been hanging out in the cryptocurrency world since 2017, just observing and watching and investing where I could. And when I learned about BSV, I went ahead and went all in this ecosystem. And as a digital marketer, I have been, you know, trying to figure out the best way to, you know, generate multiple streams of income for myself in this space. And because I believe, you know, wholeheartedly that this is a very liberating technology for humanity, I want to now duplicate what I have done for myself in as many people as I can empower with this turnkey blockchain-based business that I have created for myself. Anyone can do, and instantly start monetizing their content and build a business for themselves on the blockchain. So having a really good time, and definitely seeing lots of opportunity to build my own projects. The first one that we're getting started with is a blockchain-based alternative to Linktree. So that is soon, and it'll be an integral part of the business opportunity that people can take advantage of. So it's just really fun to watch this all unfold.
Awesome. Yeah, you were talking about that project. So can you talk to us a little bit, like how did it go building that? Like where did the idea come from, or what led you to build that and really you know, being passionate about that stuff?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I was saying, you know, I was just someone that's really interested in digital marketing and the freedom that can generate for you, making money with digital real estate online. I saw the, you know, different sites that you can use, like Twitch and Relayx and Streamunity and Tonic Pal and these things to, you know, start earning microtransactions and referral payments as other people come on board with your links. So I was trying to figure out a way to make that really streamlined and unconfusing for people to join me on the blockchain-based ecosystem here. So I found a website called Linktree, and I built myself a Linktree, and then just put that on my website, Be the Broadcast, which is kind of like an umbrella website for all the things that I think are keys to the solutions in the future. And I just saw an opportunity to start duplicating those link trees for people so that they can also drive traffic to all of their referral links, and you can monetize the whole tree using Tonic Pal much. So it was like no brainer to do that for people, and I could charge for that service. But the more I started digging into Linktree, I absolutely do not support some of the fundraising campaigns that
Hmm.
they focus on with that platform. So, you know, I see what everyone else is doing to build blockchain alternative platforms that are better. So I was talking to Greg Ward over at DApp Institute, and I said, how do we build a blockchain-based alternative to Linktree? And like, done. We just talked to our
Yeah.
developers. He's got a team in India that he works with. So we have an amazing guy named SJ building out our. Everyone can kind of go check it out, but just know that it's like just in its infancy form here, but
Yeah.
it will be built out to have all the same analytics and um,
Nice.
options as Linktree. I am also going to be integrating it with Baymail for the email service, and we're also going to put like Brightview reviews on there. So it's going to become like someone's complete digital business card to their entire business portfolio in one website. So it'll cost, you know, maybe 10 cents or so to create a link. And then we're going to do a referral system in there where you can earn a couple cents for every link someone you referred creates.
Nice.
It'll have that. And then also 1 penny or 1 Satoshi from every link ever created will go to ending the epidemic of human trafficking instead of some of the other options for fundraising campaigns out there today.
Yeah.
I'm really passionate about that one. So yeah, I just am excited to watch this all unfold. And so after people build their LinkBSV tree, they'll be able to send all of their traffic of their network that they drive to that to a membership site called Take Your Brand to the Blockchain that
Nice.
I'm doing that'll have all of the education that their audience needs to know how to duplicate what they just did. So it's really like an amazing turnkey blockchain-based business idea that we can use as a community here and encourage people to take action and build their own digital business card on
Nice.
LinkBSV where they can then just share the good news of Bitcoin SV ecosystem, the MetaNet, whatever you want to call it, out to their community
Yeah.
and just get, you know, mass adoption sped up
Yeah.
as possible here is the goal. So
Wow. Yeah. Again, looks like you kept busy with the different projects there, and certainly I'll be looking to use it myself as well. Like I use the CoinTree link on my Twitter profile. So if there's something BSV related, I'm sure going to be looking to look at that one for sure and to try it, and I'm sure I'll adopt it.
mhm.
Same again, you know, I've covered genuine retweets, covered other projects, Tonic Pow, and it seems like to me a lot of nice projects when it comes to marketing at the moment with Bitcoin SV, and
Mhm.
it's like it's exciting. It's stuff that people can use for their business, not
Mhm.
only crypto related or Bitcoin, but really anything propels your like a business to the next level using those tools and be rewarded in
Mhm.
Bitcoin for doing so. So yeah, I'm super excited to see that, and yeah, I'm glad that you're working on that.
BSV.com website that is right now in total MVP. And uh, yeah, I'm definitely trying to focus on the marketing. I feel like all of you amazing people in the space are building the platforms that people can use to secure their entire network on the blockchain.
Yep.
And I really wanted to be a part of it. And I think this is going to be an integral website to uniting all of those amazing opportunities in one place. So making it a lot easier for the general public to get involved, and the whole take your brand to the
Yep.
blockchain phrase is going to be, you know, I think people are really hungry for looking into this technology and where the opportunities are for them to monetize their business. And I make it real easy for them to have all the information they need in one place where they can just duplicate the content they're already creating on the legacy internet and go ahead and put it on all
Yeah.
the blockchain alternative platforms. And I like to point out the fact that that's really preserving your business on something that's much more stable than these platforms that we currently use to market on the internet, and a lot less algorithms, a lot less censorship, a lot less nefarious choices by the creators of the blockchain-based
Mm-hmm.
platform are clearly visible than on some of the legacy internet platforms we use. And so it's kind of, for me, my favorite part is the fact that this is an opportunity for humanity to have a peaceful transition off of the corrupt internet platforms to ones that are enabling the power to be returned back to the people as far as controlling their data and, not being censored so that people can control certain narratives and that type of thing. It's just
Yeah.
really important during these times.
Yeah.
We're in a full-on information war, and the blockchain kind of levels that playing field.
Yeah.
So,
That manipulation certainly doesn't happen at the moment. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's everywhere. Without going into details, really, but I think we would have lots of example and hour-long video to cover that stuff.
yeah, that's it's happening, but it's not important anymore. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have to fight the old. The new has been built, and it's so much better and more fun and more liberating and more lucrative and all of the things. So it's really it's like, where do you want to put your energy? My website, be the broadcast. What are you
Yeah.
feeding the field? We're broadcasting our own individual radio stations every day to be conscious in every moment, as many times as possible throughout the day, of what you're putting out, energetically into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Deal right now. And so I'm just encouraging people to be the broadcast they want to see and empowering them with tools to, like, run to the market with that broadcast in such
Yeah.
an uninhibited way is a beautiful thing to be able to empower someone with. So as soon as people understand what's happening here and the opportunities that are before us, with, like, what, maybe let's just say $5 investment to get started on all these platforms, and you can start generating money if you're putting value out there.
Yeah.
It's really like very small barrier to entry. And, as a digital marketing student, I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars trying to learn how to make money online. And when I found this ecosystem and realized the amount of abundance that you can create for yourself with these platforms, I was floored. And so I feel blessed and honored to be able to be this, hold this space to
Yeah.
and for people to have the same opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. It's I actually started my channel, kind of doing affiliate marketing and so on at first, and then I kind of passion more towards the crypto and Bitcoin and so on. So I kind of shifted my content creation to the crypto aspect. So yeah, I see where you're coming from with the digital marketing, and I'm sure I could have more success if I stick to it a bit more. But I felt like blockchain and Bitcoin was more appropriate for me, for the few hours in the day that I can spend on that. Like, I really wanted to focus on. But again, tools like this will benefit us, in the future. Exactly. As another question, and you're a big advocate of Bitcoin SV, other would call it Bitcoin. So why Bitcoin SV versus anything else that we're seeing out there right now?
Well, I view the cryptocurrency space as just like a cesspool for corruption. And I think that pretty much, if you view it as a horse race, BSV is the fastest horse in the race. And everything else is, in my opinion, like a liquidity grab from the people in a lot of ways. Giant money laundering happening, and just everything. I know there's a lot of people that have made a lot of money, and to each their own, and I there's no judgment there. But for me, I just wanted to put all of my energy into what I knew was a tool for freedom and liberation, not another tool for control. And and when you follow the money in the space all the way to the top and expose, you know, what a lot of it leads to, I didn't know where my money that I had diversified in those other platforms, what it was feeding. And I just couldn't be okay with that. That's just my personal choice. So I liquidated everything and put it into BSV. I know that there's other things in the world that are, you know, good investments. So I've been looking into uranium and some of the free energy technologies that are on my website with Be the Broadcast under the Thrive or Energy tab. There's some really amazing stuff there. But yeah, I just, BSV, like I said, the fact that it's shorted by over 80 to 90% or whatever, like I just view that as the next GameStop thing coming up.
Yeah.
And it's clearly a threat to them, or they wouldn't be shorting it and manipulating it like that. So that's another reason why I am an advocate for this technology, because I think it removes the power from the current people that are in power of our money system. And I think that the reason the planet is in such dismay is because they can make money. So that's why I'm trying to like duplicate what I'm doing and as many people as possible, because the main goal is to help propel mass adoption to restore to the people. It's not about trying to make a digital marketing campaign for me.
Exactly. So now, since this happened last night, what do you think about Elon Musk tweet last night talking about Bitcoin and the energy? And then is it not like an example, like you said, about, you know, manipulating the markets potentially for, he said he was not going to sell anything, but great opportunity anyway to buy more with like 16-20% discount it was on, I guess. So what do you think about that? And do you think it's manipulation? Do you think, I don't know, what game do you think he's playing doing that?
Well, just my intuitive hunch. I'm not like an economics major by any means, but
Yeah.
I think what I see happening is a massive liquidity grab. I mean, my friend was over here the other day and he had an app that was some kind of betting app, and he won on this horse racing thing, and he had like $1,300 in here, and they were encouraging him on the
Wow.
end to cash out in Bitcoin and not USD. And I was like, that's money laundering. They know at the top, the people that are pulling these strings, they know that BTC is worthless. And of course, they want you to cash out in the BTC, because when the music stops, there's going to be no chair for you to sit in as a retail investor. And you're going to get screwed while they ran off with your USD. You
Yeah.
know, like right now, USD is still the superior currency in that, you know, to the masses, not to people here in sound money economy
Yeah.
like we are. But yeah, it's just a massive liquidity grab. And I don't know, Elon Musk is these people are, you know, playing a 5D chess game, so they're 100 steps ahead, right? And they could easily like turn
Yeah.
Doge into something that is a control mechanism, a control tool. And they've got all these people that own it already, and they're going to crash the dollar, or, you know, you never know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It all as extremely
Yeah.
criminal. I think Elon Musk is got an agenda for not speaking to
Yeah.
people like Wuckert or Gary V pushing his V friends, like Ethereum based
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I, myself and a lot of experts, legit experts in the BSV ecosystem, have contacted these people with information about the truth of you know,
Yeah.
actual, and they're ignoring them.
They
So
probably
it's,
don't. Yeah. They probably just like, yeah.
well, they're
Uh,
too invested and they have an agenda
yeah.
on their coins, and we don't know where it's going to go yet, but it's like, for people that have eyes to see, we can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Eyes, talking about eyes and their laser eye.
The
What do you
laser
think
eye
about that?
cult, if you look at my
Yeah.
Twitter cover photo, it's like
Yeah.
the best photos I've
Well,
seen.
actually, I wanted to talk about that because I put it in my notes, the Twitter profile pic that I wanted to talk about. You pinned something, right? And then your profile. So can you explain what that is for people? I'll show it in the video as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, talk about that. I wanted to ask the question.
Well, I, you know, browsing on Twitter and the internet like I do, to try to keep track of what's happening, I just came across that photo, and it was right around the time that all of the people that are clearly in bed together started all changing their pictures to that.
Mm.
And so I just view them as sheep that are following, you know, master, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's pulling the strings, but it's a coordinated event. It was not slick. Everybody can tell. And that was just my way of making fun of them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's the, yeah. I was talking about that tweet last night with a friend of mine. He's not really that involved in crypto or anything, but it was just funny. He's probably saying, I don't know, Elon's probably got his own agenda as well. Like, just like you
Mhm.
said, like there's, I don't know, he's got to be playing something that obviously we don't know about, and we won't.
Mhm.
So yeah, at times you feel like there should be some consequences for them, just like
Mhm.
manipulating, like just by one tweet, boom, the market is down by 10K or something. It's like, that's kind of insane, you know. Like, it's
Mhm.
not Trump, it's like actually this time it's Elon Musk, that it's widely
Well,
known and fairly
John
liked.
McAfee's in jail right now for doing that kind of stuff. I don't see how there's not going to be consequences for what they are
Yeah.
doing. I mean, if you really are paying attention to some of the stuff that is going on behind the scenes of the financial and information war,
Yeah.
hopefully there'll be a lot of disclosure coming out about what these people have been up to. And I think that it is a very big possibility that they're just trying to destabilize the individual as much as possible during this liquidity grab before these bubbles pop as that disclosure comes out, so that we are in such a state of dismay out here in the, you know, in the cities and all this stuff, that they can carry out their next moves on us. Like, I literally see it as such a strategic thing playing out here that I feel this sense of urgency to get this information out, because to me, this is boots on the ground. This is digital boots on the ground. This is our
Yeah.
way of saying we don't need to even fight you anymore, because the new's been built that makes you obsolete. And that is how we can peacefully transition into a whole new world and economy globally, where these people have no power over us to be carrying out these agendas. So that's like really important to be disseminating this information as quickly as possible. I mean, I'm over here working like 9 in the morning till 9 at night on my computer. It's gorgeous outside. I should be out in the sun, but
Yeah.
I'm so motivated
Yeah.
to, you know, I just, a brief history about me real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I am the daughter of two heroin addicts. My father got into heroin in the military in Vietnam, and when they were encouraging the undercover smuggling of it back to our country, and he brought that addiction home to my mom. And by the time I was 2.5 years old, my mom OD'd and died from a heroin overdose.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Grew up my whole life with my dad nodding out and not being present. So I finally just buried him last January from a fentanyl overdose. And so 8 years ago, when I watched that Thrive documentary and another documentary called Owned and Operated, which has been scrubbed from YouTube, it's only on BitChute, I
Mhm.
realized that they, you know, at the highest levels were like funding both sides of the wars, and they were the ones bringing the drugs into the country. So that was really the first body of information that lit the fire in me, that I was like, you know, I do have a little bit of a personal vendetta against these globalists because they took my family, you know? And
Yeah.
then when I started waking up 8 years ago, the family I did have left was all pharmaceutical, Monsanto, or like Catholic religious people type mindset worldview. So they banished me 8 years ago. I haven't heard from any of them. So it's kind of like, you know, I've got nothing left to lose other than like, you know, disseminating this information and helping the people that are swimming towards me. I mean, planet Earth is a shipwreck right now. And when the helicopter comes, you know, who are they instructed to save if there's more people in the water than there is room in the helicopter? Save the people that are swimming towards you, as many of them as you can. So for me, if you're swimming towards me
Yeah.
right now, I'm gonna help you. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. That's a yeah, tough situation, obviously, that you had to go through. Now, do you think that it inspired you to do that stuff now? I guess you kind of said it,
Absolutely.
but
And that background is what led
yeah,
me to the front lines of what I believe is, taking back the power and giving it back to humanity and getting it out of the hands of these people that are intentionally destroying the planet and the family and, the spirit of humans. I mean, we're multidimensional beings in a multidimensional universe, and the people at the top know how to manipulate us from even multidimensional perspective. So it's time to really wake up for people and look into all this stuff, because all the clues in the world don't count if you don't know what original crimes have been committed and how they're actually attacking us. They
mm,
in unless we actually acknowledge what they're really doing.
yeah,
I just feel like the economic freedom is such an important part of true liberation from this control structure that we have to start
yeah,
there.
and
The only way to get change from these people clearly is to hit them in their pocketbook. It's the only thing that's ever made them change their actions.
yeah,
So getting as many people off of USD and the legacy internet as we can, and transacting and interacting on the metanet is gonna actually tip the scales really fast. That's why I'm targeting like huge marketers and truthers with huge followings, and really going after them first to duplicate this business model for, because they're the ones that are gonna like get the message out faster.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Um, the more people we can reach at first, and I think that I've discussed that with other BSV influencers and so on. I think we gotta reach out a bit even more, just not only in the crypto Bitcoin space, but also outside, and by doing that with to help businesses or marketers and so on. I think that should lead us to expand that horizon a bit more in that
And if
sense.
they don't have a reason to not talk to us because they're like, bed with something else,
Yeah.
they're leaving millions of dollars on the table by not acknowledging what's happening here. I mean, the
Yeah,
first mover advantages and the early adopter, abundance is just
yeah,
so massive that
yeah,
I mean, I'm just so excited about the future. If the world doesn't go to hell in a handbasket, it's going to be a very bright future for those that were paying attention and taking action
for sure.
on the
Yeah,
right side of history. So,
yeah, and we should say that at this point, Bitcoin SV, if you haven't looked at it, look at it, because I think we're still really early. Hasn't even taken off yet, for what we see. uh Lots of opportunities, and people can still come in and learn it by before it's too late. Well, never be too late, but
yeah.
first mover advantage, like you mentioned. So
Mhm. Yeah, keep your eye on take your brand to the blockchain.com website. That is going to be built out.
yeah,
I'm working on that. And that intro video will lead over to a webinar that just gives anyone a full presentation on all these platforms. And then at the end, it'll offer for them to either DIY their own LinkBSV tree, or I could do a white glove service for them where I set it all up for you, and give you all the consultation information you need to be able to take that content to your entire network in a really beautiful, fun way. We can gamify it with Omniscape. If you don't know what that is, it's like the next big thing in marketing, with VR marketing, kind of like Pokemon Go for any brand or any creator can start putting virtual goods out to their entire audience. So
yeah.
there's a lot of fun ways to maybe like do a scavenger hunt or something cool with your network to invite them over to your blockchain platforms and stuff. So
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to helping creators and influencers design those campaigns too. So.
Sure. Yeah, and I'll be looking to either cover it, like I do some reviews and overviews and so on,
Mhm.
to use it, maybe to use it to my advantage, hopefully, to
Yeah,
expand even more my channel, yours,
absolutely.
or websites, other businesses like the ones I've covered in the past.
Mhm.
Um, again, I'm going to put all the info in the description, so we'll stay in touch, and we'll
Yes.
include all the links as required, so you can have easy access to those different services and give it a shot, and so on, and never hesitate again to or maybe what would be the best way to contact you? Let's say if someone wants to get going and then they might have some issues setting it up, like what's the best option?
Well, there's a contact form on bethebroadcast.com, and there's
Okay.
also on Take Your Brand to the Blockchain. You can go ahead and subscribe to the email list to kind of keep up with me. I'm not going to be emailing a lot. Like, as a digital marketer, one of the things I want to reiterate that I love about this whole thing is there's no emailing your list all the time. There's, I could still build one and communicate with my community if I want to, but I don't have to like be sending you emails every day and all this stuff to keep my flow coming in, which I'll explain in everything. So you can sign up for the email list. There won't be a whole bunch of stuff coming out, but I will keep people that do that updated on the growth of LinkBSV platform and some of the other stuff that I'm offering to help empower people in the world and in the space. So thank you for inviting me today and letting me share this. This is like pretty much my first podcast episode. Just getting the channel started, and been sponsored by CoinGeek, working with Bitcoin Association. So
Nice.
I'm really excited for all the publishing that will be coming, and I'll definitely have you on my show as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd be glad to share my stuff as well. So yeah, thanks very, very much to for accepting this invitation to talk about your stuff. I loved it. Like you've got lots of projects coming on. I even discovered a couple of things this morning. So awesome. I'll be looking to look into all those details you gave me. And then yeah, again, thanks for joining me on the show today.
You're so welcome. I appreciate it. And it was a great experience.
Thanks.